Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I'm late to the party. Hold on. Let's do the thing. Call. Two men. One named Rich. That's me.
This is Jermaine. Just got off the toilet.
He's a foul man. This is the X's and O's of life.
Huh?
Yep.
Is it me, or it seemed like some of that skipped a little bit?
Might
have been my delay or something.
No,
No, it was
I
just
don't
like,
think so.
yeah, I didn't hear the welcome to X's and O's of life, and I just heard, huh? So maybe my phone is going to hell anyway, so it's on its way. Yeah.
I mean,
well, you know how phones get, like, they're great for like the first, say 1 or 2 years. Then they start getting that charge up real quick and die real quick. That's where I'm at. Where it's like I had it at 100 before I went to bed last night. Wake up this morning, it's at 14. I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything. So yeah, it's
your
on
shit
that course.
Is deadly. Done. Bye.
Yeah. When it starts doing that, yeah. And then I'll put it on the charger. It's at 14. You know, you walk away, come back like 5 minutes later, it's at 60. It's like, come on, it didn't charge that fast. Yeah. So it's in that phase. So definitely on the hunt for a new phone. It's about that time. Yeah. I've had this one for a while. That's what they do. They build them to break.
Yeah, so that's what happens, man. Like once you have an Android, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah, so you make bad decisions.
Not an iPhone person. Never been.
Well, use a bitch, so it's fine.
I mean, and I had that iPad when I was working at said job, and I just that one button thing just
dude, said job is so fucking hilarious. I love it so much.
I know. That term just itself is a riddle, and it's a story in itself. At said
it really
job.
Is. All right. I mean,
welcome everybody to X's and O's of life. Now, I hope our live viewers, I hope too many of you are not March Madness fans, because pretty sure you're watching March Madness instead of us.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh shit.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about next Sunday too. I'm like, maybe we got to shift to Saturday because next Sunday is Easter. So I don't know.
Well, I'm not even gonna be here. I got to go fucking see father-in-law. So
okay.
I didn't even think of that. So we may have. Fuck, we're driving up Saturday night.
Oh yeah. Friday, I don't get off till after 9. We might have to just skip it because it's like,
yeah,
you're looking for that live audience.
Oh man, it's yeah. I mean, it's not going to be there.
I mean, it is a holiday. Just write it off as a holiday, and
but it's our
trekking the next week.
It's our fucking year, though.
Oh yeah, it is our anniversary.
Hey.
We just got to look back on it and celebrate. I mean, yeah, we got things to do. I mean, and I don't think too many people was going to tune in on Easter.
No, not at all. Like I'm not. Yeah, I mean, even if I was here, it wouldn't even make it wouldn't make a boatload of sense. I don't think.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Hold on, who is this? I'm here. It's Jeff driving in a snowstorm, but I'm here.
So
you see that?
Yeah. So that is the fellow that I was telling you about, the guy with the really small penis. No. Fine.
Wow.
So we'll get into that, but
okay.
Yeah, I guess there won't be an episode next week. Huh. Well then. I'm a Now I'm a little sad. You know, it's probably a good idea though, because one, yeah, no, ain't only going to be watching. One, we're not going to be here, or I'm not going to be here. And maybe that'll give us a chance to kind of make something super special or something. Maybe just like, I don't know, like blow a viewer or something. I don't fucking know. It's fine. We'll figure it out. It's fine.
All right.
Also, I thought about saying this out loud. I'm gonna just say it anyway, because you know, whatever. Yeah, you're like darker than normal, but it's like the shadows and shit. But I said it in my head and it was funny.
That's because, yeah, I mean, the daylight thing. I mean, it's like in that twilight hour where it's like the sunlight is beaming through this room right now.
Yeah.
I guess the brighter it shines, the darker I am.
And that, like, the math on that doesn't even check out.
I know I don't.
I don't, but somehow that shit makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So, I guess just put it out there. Thanks for the folks that are checking this out. It's a limited view. Obviously, I don't follow college, so
yeah, I know you don't care, but yeah, a lot of people are. Yeah, I mean, I don't watch during the season or anything, but I do fill out. I filled out 2 brackets. They're $10 a piece, so
yeah,
just for shits and giggles, you know, just to see if you guessed right, because that's all it is to me. It's a guessing game, and the people that win most of the time is the guessers. The experts are the ones that. If so many upsets, that's the people that go down, the experts. So, yeah.
Listen, I remember I had to do it in health class in middle school. I'm like, I don't know anything here. I'm just gonna. That number's lower. Let's go with that one.
You know, kids or even females, you know, they'll pick them by colors. Oh, I like their colors, and they just pick them. Little they know, sometimes that ends up working out. It's almost like the best way to fill out one of them brackets is to not see no records, see no seeds, and just randomly take a go at it, because that's the way it. Like each and every year, it's getting more and more crazy. Like it speaks to the parity. I mean, like football or any other sport, it's a whole bunch more members on the team. You're never going to see a small school like Appalachian State beat a Michigan, and it happened, but it happens once every 70, 80 years. Yeah. Basketball, it's only 5 people on that court. It is, and you only got so many people on the bench, and everyone matches up well. I mean, it's on any given day, anybody can lose. Whereas in football, if your whole line is good, your whole offensive line, your whole defensive line, you got the best receivers, you got the best quarterback, most of the time you don't lose those games. But in basketball, it's only 5 people that can contribute at one time. So it brings into a lot more parity.
That was a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I like it. But it makes perfect sense, man. You're absolutely right. Well, look, let's jump into not really the meat and potatoes, more like oh shit.
Exactly. The exact word you're about to say.
God damn, that was so unintentional. Oh my god,
you set that one up pretty well. He said my pussy is so wet.
So wet off that pun. Holy shit. Like I'm usually a master of puns and a master of analogies, but goddamn, like the unintentional thing is like, oh, like you found a 20 while you're washing clothes. Yep, that was it.
You set that one up pretty well.
And here's the kicker of the whole thing. I wasn't even gonna do it like that. I was gonna go into the special thing, not the draft. But it just fuck. Oh man.
That was one of those where you say it, and I could tell when you got it pun when you got it layered up, because you were like, yeah. You was really saying it like serious, and there you are.
Oh God. All right. So we're gonna start here. So short. I'm going to shorten the story as much as possible, right? Not because I want to eliminate anything. Nobody wants to hear a windy ass story, right? So, met a fella on Twitter a while back, which is always a great way to start a story. It's like, hey, I'm not racist, but No, it's actually a good story. So it's been interacting quite a bit. You know, all that stuff doesn't matter. That's just setting up the idea like we're not, you know, best friends. I haven't seen his penis, nothing like that. It was nothing weird. You know, I don't know the guy personally other than like on a digital platform. But I will say I'm a relatively good judge of character. I also have a gun. But yeah, I do. Don't
You
fucking
just
bother.
brought that in like it just had all the relevance in the world to it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Like, you know, that's fine, great, wonderful, good guy. I have a gun. But long story short, if anyone understands a rat race, it's you, right? Not even putting you out there. It is what it is. You know, we're not gonna delve into the personal part of it because that's nobody's business. Unless you want to divulge shit, then you can. If you don't care. That's fine. Just understand that you understand this more than anybody here. Essentially, this guy got hurt at work, right? And because he got hurt at work, he lost his place because he couldn't pay it. Now, I don't know the whole disability thing. I don't know about the workman's comp thing. I don't know about all that. I looked. It's factual. I didn't dig because it's not really my business per se, I guess.
Well, even with all that disability and, you know, stuff like that, it still takes a while to get that process rolling.
Right.
You know, like suppose your injury happens, you might not see any compensation for a year plus. So in that between that time until they approve and you apply and they give you all this bullshit of why they don't feel they're going to give it to you, and that process can take some time.
Yeah.
And you have to stay afloat somehow in between that time. It's extremely
that's
difficult.
hard enough as it is, motherfucker. Like, even when you got a job and shit is rolling fine, you're like, okay. Like, legitimately, I'm not even trying to put us out there. I'm going to say this as low as possible. We looked at, God, I looked at our bonus, or the bonus we got, and we have Capital One, and it shows you the money in and money out. Money in was like 25 grand, and money out was like 22 grand. I'm like, what the fuck happened? So even with money, that shit goes away. Now, with that being said, we got a bunch of stuff paid off, but whatever. That's not the point of this. Anywho, so didn't really delve into the inner workings. I got enough to feel good about it, right? To feel like, okay, this is a good cause. Here's what my man Jeff, who's in the chat, which thank you Jesus, somebody actually interacting with us. He is in the rat race of living in a motel because he lost his place, and he is working 7 days a week. He's actually out in Wisconsin, but he's from here. And people are going to ask, well, why can't, you know, family help? Well, there's a deeper story. There's a deeper story in there, and if you want to reach out to him, I'll put, or if you want to get to know what that actually is, if you have questions, you know, I'll put his Twitter handle in the chat there so folks can, you know, get their.
My question is, how did you get from Pittsburgh to Wisconsin? That's like not a common commute.
Mistakes.
I'm like, I don't know.
He absolutely he took a wrong turn at the Liberty Tubes, and shit happened.
I was just saying, I can guarantee
missed his exit about 9 times.
You probably can count on on 2 hands the amount of people that is living in Wisconsin that's from Pittsburgh.
Listen, I was the first thing I said to him was like, I didn't know they made black folks out in Wisconsin, man.
I know.
That was a fucking thing.
It's like getting.
I mean, that's like seeing a white guy in Compton. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
I ain't gonna say it's as bad as North or South Dakota, but like, yeah, that's not a frequented black area.
Yo, did we just drop North and South Dakota twice in 2 weeks?
We did.
Golly. Not a fucking sponsor, but shit. At this point, you got more notices in the last 2 weeks than you've had in the last 4 years. So I feel like we should maybe get some equity in your fucking livestock. Anyway, so the question is going to be, well, why can't his family help? Well, there's a deeper story in there, and he can delve into that if he would like to. Right? It's not me. It's not necessarily the important part here. Just realize it is not an available resource for him. So, why am I telling you this? Well, I had to kill time. No, I'm just playing. So, I'm a good judge of character, like I mentioned. And, I firmly believe this is a legitimate thing. He is in a rat race, hamster wheel, whatever, where he's making enough money to pay his $1,300 or $1,400 rent on the hotel, which is basically a fucking mortgage. And take care of his like daily expenses and living and shit like that. So he can't make and working 7 days a week and doing all like it's a big off. Right. Like it's a big thing, and then realizing painful. You're not right and you're not making any progress. So here is my thunk and my thoughts and all the other fun stuff. So we can do this a few different ways. So he sent me his PayPal, he sent me his Cash App. Now, I told the wife, and the wife had some questions, more concerns and questions, because, at the end of the day, there are a lot of people that are trying to pull the wool over people's eyes and yada, yada, yada. So you got to protect yourself. I don't think this is one of those situations, but that would technically be the goal if you were to do that. Don't make it look like a scam. So, yeah.
Well, I can empathize. I mean, like you said, with, I'm not, as far as putting my details, but you said he got hurt at work and he couldn't afford his place. I got hurt hurt at home. Yeah. I got hurt at home, and I was presented the same thing where it was like, get out and go find a hotel if you have to. So it was just like, okay, so I know his situation. I mean, that is, man, that's pretty rough.
It's a hand, and he just put here, and he'll answer all the questions. Like this is, that's his kind of handle on YouTube there. So he's listening live, which is fantastic. So the wife put this out here too because she wants us to be protected, and she wants everyone to be protected just in case there is anything, yada yada yada. I don't think there is, but just so anyone knows. This is a real person. What you can do, and I'll put this because guess what? We have a website and shit. It's not finished, but it's there. But
great job on that. Rich is making moves and big things popping, little things stopping.
Exciting, dude. It was fun. Oh my god. I was like, I'm like a webmaster.
No, but I'm just saying, I mean, people don't realize how much goes into, especially with that computer programming and the website. Like people take a page. Even if it's just, a home page, they take that for granted. It takes a lot just to get that one page in there. And then you got to have buttons to click to another back page. It's a lot of work that goes into that stuff. People take it for granted.
Yeah, but once it gets rolling, things are good. But I'm going to put that up on the website. And here's the other thing, and Jeff can kind of, answer this here too. So everyone is protected, so everyone feels safe if people are looking to. Let me actually backtrack here. So the whole point is for me to put that up there. If anyone feels so inclined to donate to Jeff's cause, do it. I would reach out to him. If you have any questions, like I said, I'll put his stuff up in the chat and what have you, in the notes and all that, so people feel. I'll put his info on the website too, just so it's there. But I want people to feel comfortable in doing this and not be worried. The wife did bring up the point of maybe we should do, well, not we should, maybe Jeff should set this up, a GoFundMe, because apparently that is even more protected. And it's not because I'm worried or anything like that. I think it's more for the other folks that don't know this person less than I do.
Well, I mean, there's not going to be natural skepticism or apprehension, because no one wants to be naive or can be considered gullible. So, but you
And
vouch and
said
you're
job,
saying that
believe
this
me, we
is,
know stories.
yeah, and
So
you
yeah.
said that you you definitely are in full support. So
Yes.
I
Yeah,
have respect
and
in your judge of character, and I have respect in
appreciate it.
your opinion that if you trust it, I trust it, as well. So
You're a good fucking friend.
fuck you.
Made my heart flutter and shit. It was nice. But yeah, I just want everyone to feel safe and protected. So I don't want him to have to explain himself over and over and over. But
yeah, that's no fun.
hey, you know what? At the end of the day, it may be a little ugly, but I want to be in this guy's corner. I want to get as many people that we can to help out and be in, his corner as well. I'm not gonna lie to you. Prayers and well wishes mean fuck all. Save them. I hate to say it that way. They're not doing
on a Sunday. I ain't got no parts of this.
Listen. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm just saying your little prayer emoji hands and your, hey, things are going to be okay. Those don't make money manifest itself in someone's bank account. So not trying to be, any other way than just saying, if that's what you're going to bring to the table, leave it. Like I don't want that to. It sounds rude.
Well,
but,
I mean, not to make. I mean, people say you give advice, trust in God, or God will tell you. Yeah, that doesn't really help in a situation like that.
right?
It's like, all right, I understand the advice
the
and
guy
everything.
seems like a God-fearing guy, so it's not like I don't think he hasn't been not having conversations, but this is merely this is really, I hate to say it this way, this is a hat in hand collection plate situation. And any help to alleviate really the goal is to raise up enough money to get him out of this hotel thing that he's paying $1,400 a month for, which apparently, because travel season's coming up, that's going to shoot up to $1,800 a month.
Oh yeah, when hotels estimate that they're going to have more guests, they hike up the prices, of course.
Right, like the goal is to get him out and get him his place back. Not that place, but a place where he still will be in the rat race, but at least he has his own place. He's not in a hotel. You know what I mean? So, that's kind of the goal here. So, like I said, I'm going to post it. His story spoke to me. I wanted to do something. I wanted to get it out there and get more eyes on it and just do what I can to help. And I have nothing to gain from this. You have nothing to gain from this. This is all about him. I'm not skimming off the top. It's going right to him. I'm literally his fucking mouthpiece for this at this point. So yeah. So like I said, that's his handle down in the chat. I'll post his Twitter and his PayPal and his Cash App, and ideally he'll I don't know if he wants to create. I don't know if he just wants to forget those things and just do a GoFundMe. I don't know. That's going to be his call. We can talk about that afterwards. That's not a problem. But whatever he wants to do is fine by me. I just want to be able to do something. So, all right, enough boo-hooing.
No, you're a great friend, man. You are a great friend.
Well, thanks, got the heart. More people should really put themselves out there, and not like that, but just be open to hearing folks. White, black, purple, doesn't matter. Like, just we're all pink on the inside. Yeah.
That came out the way you wanted it, but
is that fucking sexy for you? How you doing? But no, we're all people at our core. We're all people. I don't care if you're on the left, you're on the right. You know, you like dicks, you don't like dicks. I don't. It doesn't matter. We're all people. We're all in this fucking little round rock trying to like not die. I think this is how I kind of live my life a little bit. I feel like if I could leave this place a little bit better than where it was when I got here, I feel like that is a successful thing. Like people want to leave here with money and fame, and that shit doesn't matter. Like, I don't know, that's not what you're gonna think about when you're, you know, hacking up your lung on the hospital bed. You know, I don't know. All right, let's go talk about dicks and farts. Yeah. All right, let's go. So, I'm so pissed I set up that pun though. God damn it, so perfect.
You said we're gonna have a pre.
Yeah, this
not
is
the meat and potatoes.
no.
But what goes before that?
This was the granola bar in the car. That's what that was. All right. So normally we do the draft last, but being that the draft is what the draft is, I feel like that would be pretty back-assward to do it that way. So we're not gonna do that. You know why? Because it's my fucking show. The draft is our top 4 appetizers. And you made a good point. You're like, are you 400 fucking pounds? I'm like, I am not, sir. But you are absolutely right. I am beating that drum of food drafts because apparently that is my lane lately.
You done covered every food item there is. That's how I was like, another food one. I was like, man, the way you talk, you would be on. You should be on what's that one show?
600 Pound Life.
TLC. Yeah, my 600-pound life or something. You should be on there,
fucking...
man. Golly, you always talk about food. You did say you love you love.
Dude, I told you. That's what I told you. Like my top on one of the draft, it was the senses. I'm like, if you take away my taste, I'm gonna kill myself. All right.
Yeah.
So I told the wife, she's like, there's only a few. I'm like, sit your dumb ass down. You don't know what you're talking about. There's a lot of apps out there that are tasty cakes. So I'm gonna go. I could like wait. I don't have to wait on like there's some kind of fucking chance you're gonna take it. Fried pickles.
Oh, you're a big fan of those? Wow,
motherfucker! Listen, pickles are a big part of my life. That sounded gay. That's 2 and 30 minutes. Going for the record. Yeah.
No, I like pickles. I'm just not into the fried ones.
Oh, I'm cutting that shit and putting that just as a fucking 2-second reel.
Is there a specific restaurant like the Texas Roadhouse? I know that's where I've had them at before.
No, nowhere really, specific. I know like Chicken Guy, they fucking do them right. Like that Guy Fieri, I'm having a midlife crisis guy.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty fire. I mean, all it is, it's like a deep fried pickle with some breading on it. I'm like, you're delicious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's not filling, which I think is a big part of the appetizer thing. That's one strategy that I'm using here because you don't want to have like, hey, ooh, I got a good one. Ooh. All right, let me shut up because I'm gonna ruin it. Yeah, pickles.
Yeah, I mean, I like pickles on my burgers, or I'll buy a jar of those little spears and just pull out and crunch on one.
Yes.
But the fried ones, I just never had them done right or something like that. But like I said, I've only had it at Texas Roadhouse, and they just wasn't that great.
I will say this: they are extraordinarily dilly when they do them. The ones that they do are super tart, which I'm a fan of anyway. But like I can see how that wouldn't necessarily, tickle the taint of folks that aren't really into that. Because you get that, then you just got like this vinegar situation, then you're waiting for your entree. You're like, cool. I feel like I just blew a lemon. This is great. So happy I did this. Yeah.
All right. Well, one of the top appetizers out there. You know, I mean, it can be filling if you attack it too hard before your
Don't
meal
you
comes.
fucking say? Don't you fucking
You
say
already
it?
know.
What?
Go on, blooming onion.
Ooh. Oh man, I forgot. I'm glad I forgot about it. Shit, I would have been tilted.
You would have been pissed.
Ooh.
But yeah, blooming onion. I mean, I don't really recall. Of course, when I was younger, I mean, I'm 600 years old now, but I don't recall them coming out until maybe when I was in maybe my 30s or 25, 30s, and I was just like, what is this? And you know, Outback kind of started it, you know, to blame it on you, and then I started going different steakhouses, and I made it a thing just to try everybody's to see if Outback still got the market cornered, and as of now, they still do. They got the best blooming onion that's out there. So, and then they got that little dipping sauce. So, I'm a big fan of the blooming onion. Yeah,
you are a twat. Use a very Aussie term, you fucking twat.
On the Barbie.
A twat on the Barbie. Oh my.
No.
That sounds like a Thursday. All right. I thought you were gonna take this, and I was gonna like digitally choke you. Olive Garden's breadsticks. Oof.
They do.
Enough fucking.
They give you all the salad and the breadsticks, but their breadsticks are.
Who the fuck gets a salad? You fucking pansy. You
I do it just because I grab it just because it's like you paying for it. It's like even though it's free and you don't even want it, I'll dibble and dabble on it just because. Hey, I paid for it.
I am putting breadsticks in my pocket. Like she drops that little thing. I'm like, don't go anywhere, bitch. Hold on. I grab it, put it in my pocket. Go fetch me more. They are really the bread is meh, whatever. But it's like the garlic parm kind of drizzle.
Like coating on it. Yeah.
Oh, god damn. Like, just give me that on everything I fucking eat. Like, put that shit on cereal. I'll put that shit on the cat. Lick the cat. I don't give a shit. I tried to have the kid make it, and he like put too much garlic. I'm like, go away. You're fucking useless. I hate you. You're adopted.
Yeah. Garlic is a tricky spice like that.
Fun thing, we're starting the adoption process for Ruben, which is pretty fucking nice. Because he brought it up. He was like, hey, so when are we going to get me adopted? I was like, oh, a heart. Shit. Yep. There it is. Yep. So, yeah.
I don't get it.
I'm adopting him, dumbass.
I thought that was already...
No, motherfucker, that shit is a process.
I thought it was handled when he was a child.
No, motherfucker, no.
I thought that was already done. I didn't know.
Cocksucker still has like legal, but he hasn't seen him in like 4 years or some shit, or 3 years. He's fucking pathetic. But he's gonna give up. He's gonna make it a hassle. So we're gonna try to do it free. If not, it's like $3,000 for a lawyer. So we'll fucking go that way. Fuck it, whatever. It's worth it. Just get the cunt out of the fucking life. Even though he's not into life, but just like
that's what I was saying. Is he knocking down doors to try to say I'm super dad? I mean,
no. But he will make a problem because he can make a problem. He's that person.
One of those type of people where
he's a motherfucking Kyle.
They didn't even realize that they had authority to mess something up until you present it to them. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna be an asshole and I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. There's people out there that do that. You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. He's the same motherfucker that claims he doesn't have a job because he works under the table and does like this fucking taxi and shit because he didn't want to pay child support, but he's making like fucking 80, 90 a year. Like. Like dude,
getting away with child support.
Right. It's like, dude, literally, I hope you get cancer. Get the fuck out of here. You piece of shit. So yeah. Anyway, I randomly thought about that. That was in the news section, but Tiffany did make a point to tell me that this show is basically Squirrel. It's Squirrel. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you guys talk. And you're like, oh, Squirrel. Oh, okay. And we talk about that, then we come back and we talk about something else. It's like, oh, another squirrel. Something shiny? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty fair. Pretty fair. It was like the popcorn thing that we used to call this show, right? It was like the
popcorn conversations that had no direction.
We've gotten a lot better at that, but I'm also like, ooh, exciting stuff.
Okay.
But,
so
yeah,
we still coming off as popcorn kids.
It's fine. Kids. Popcorn's fucking delicious. So
yeah,
anyone that disagrees, get the fuck out.
I mean, we got topics. I mean, it's just that we shove in a lot of other things in there. It's like,
you know why?
Oh yeah, before I forget,
because we don't talk. Hey. And that's the fun of it. We don't talk. We just let it go. And we're like, oh, okay.
We're like, oh yeah, I forgot.
All right. So basically, I'm taking the glaze at Olive Garden, but I will take the breadstick as well. But yeah, glaze.
Okay.
Yep.
Next one for me. I like it. You know, at a certain restaurant, spinach artichoke dip.
Tiff said that.
The one at Applebee's, fire. Probably the best I've had. So I always make it a point to get
the spinach and artichoke. Like fucking artichoke.
I mean, the way they do it. I mean, I've had spinach. I've had the spinach artichoke dip at, you know, real expensive restaurants. You know, like the Roof Chris, and then of course, you know, real. And it ain't the same. So even though it's a more expensive restaurant, the chef don't know how to do it. For some reason, Applebee's is a lower scale type of restaurant, but they got it nailed. It's to my liking.
That shit is frozen. Stop playing with me. That shit is frozen.
It's good to me, to my liking. I mean, I've bought it in the store, and you know, I think it was like a TGI Friday one in the cooler. Brought it home. Yeah. It's not the same. You can only get it there at the restaurant in order for it to taste, you know, the desirable taste that you're looking for. Well, that I'm looking for. But yeah, when the appetizers come up, that's one that I do enjoy.
Okay. So, okay. So there are these. This is also this might be why I have fucking diabetes right here.
You dip your popsicles in ranch dressing. That's true fat people shit. Dip your popsicles in ranch. You're like, damn, you's a fat fuck.
I saw this thing on Twitter. It was this real big bitch eating like a triple stack fucking fillet of fish. I'm like, you fat motherfucker. This is why you are who you are. Like,
but then you got those fat people that are hiding fat people. Like, you ever, especially at a sad job or even at a job, the people that are the biggest, they eat the littlest out in public. They make sure that they don't look. Yeah, they make sure it doesn't look like, you know, like, dang it, that's all you eating is a little bowl of macaroni and cheese. Yeah, when you go home, it's a whole different story.
Like, you literally hear a fucking like ding ding. The fuck was that? She walks in the kitchen, she gets in her fighting stance, she's about to fuck up the cabinets. Yeah.
She, you know how the boxers like pound gloves before they about to start. She come in and pound her arms on the counter, like,
the fucking counter,
like she's ready.
Her conscience is the fucking ref. She's like, all right, let's have a clean fight. Remember last time? Right. Now we pissed off every fat person here.
Yes, we did.
And funny enough, one person did leave, which is pretty fucking funny. But
oh man, we ain't talking about you.
Yeah, we are. If you were that person, then you fucking deserve it. Deal with it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go. There's these little, like, I don't know. They're like they're like a pretzel breadstick type of thing. Like, they're essentially.
Are you talking about like those little? You ain't talking about the there's like little pretzel twists or something like that. They like snack pretzels that.
No,
like a Dave and Buster's or something.
No, it's just kind of like a. Oh, that sounds gross. It's like a pretzel log.
Oh, there's no way to make that sound right, but go ahead. You
No,
try.
there's not. There's not. But if you just say
You
pretzel
try.
stick, if you just say pretzel stick, you think of fucking
Like
it's
those
like a
small
warm,
little thing.
right? Like you get a little Schneider fucking deal.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's just
burger
like
thing.
it's just like a warm pretzel thing. It comes with like beer cheese or honey mustard.
Yeah,
And
I know what you're
I
doing.
think they got it up at Eaton Park or some shit, and they it's fucking I don't know, it's good. I mean, it's basically a breadstick except it's a big pretzel, so I feel like it's different, and I will count it.
Mm-hmm. All right. My third appetizer is going to be, and it's clear, like you said, you don't want the appetizer to be so filling that it's almost a meal. So,
which I threw all my shit out the window with those two picks, but yeah.
A lot of people on the appetizer menu, they offer wings. See, me,
Yeah,
I don't want a whole wing. Give me the like wing bites, like the boneless,
the
like
boneless
little wing.
deals, yeah.
Yeah, because if you getting full wings, you can turn that into a meal. I mean, you can get you 6 wings, and if you're getting a full blown with the bone in, I'm talking about the little bites.
Nuggets, man, a little fucking seasoned, like okay. Yeah,
and they got them in different flavors. You got the barbecue, and the people that I ain't gonna get the hot because I ain't sitting on that toilet, but the barbecue or garlic parm or different types.
It's been
a while. As soon as I get that hot, boy, that is a toilet trip. It's like, soon as I put something hot in my mouth, it's like I can hear the lady over the TWA in the airport, like, we have a first class trip to the bathroom later on tonight. Like, I just booked my flight to the toilet. It's wonderful going down. It's not wonderful coming out. So, yeah, wings. Like sometimes not the full blown wings, because like I said, I can take full blown wings. Give me 6 full blown wings, and that's a whole dinner.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with probably. It's not my favorite because there's one place where they're great, but it's not really an appetizer for them. But most other places, it's an appetizer. You're gonna go with cheese sticks.
Yep.
And the ones I was talking about is Arby's. Holy fucking shit. Lovely. But they're not really an app. But yeah, I mean, it's just you get that, you get the marinara, you got a whole fucking Italian happy situation going on. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Not really much more to say about it because, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of it. But I don't know. I can't say like. I mean, what other? Yeah, go ahead. Do your last pick, and we'll see if there's any honorable mentions. Because I can't really think of too many more, unless folks in the chat got an idea. Because I'm like, I don't know.
See, I'm on a toss up between, of course, the potato skins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, potato skins.
I was gonna say onion rings, but you stole that because blooming onion, which is basically the same thing.
Yeah. You said potato skins, and I just had it on the tip of my tongue. I'm thinking about at Applebee's they got these little riblet things, but that could be dinner.
You got stock in Applebee's? Goddamn.
Yeah, man. Applebee's, man. You go and you get the 2 for.
Listen, most of my choices were from Eaton Park, so okay. I just thought it was funny. I'm like,
today, I mean, back in the day, it used to be like 2 for $25. I think it's like 2 for $33 now. Like the inflation is crazy. Speaking of some inflation, I just went to not to jump off topic, but that's what we do.
Squirrel.
I went to Shop and Save yesterday. I got 4 items. How much do you think I paid for 4 items?
Well, all right. So if we're gonna do a guessing game, I need to kind of poke and prod you a little bit.
Okay.
So were they accessory or meal items?
These are meal items. Well, meal items like meat.
Okay, so it was meat and not like a combination of like. Okay.
Well, there was 3 meats or 3 meat related things, and then one uh, container of juice.
Okay.
4 things.
4 items. I'm gonna say $30.
You a little bit way over, yeah. $22. I got a pack
Oh,
of
okay.
hot dogs.
Oh, that's not meat. The fuck?
Hot dogs. You trying
It's
to tell
not.
me you gonna tell a vegetarian that a hot dog ain't meat?
I'll tell a vegetarian to fuck off with their weird self and go eat a sandwich.
Well, a pack of hot dogs, a
Yep.
pack of ground meat. I got
Yep.
like one of those like pre-made lasagna dinners from Marie Callender's,
Ah,
and a container of Dole pineapple juice or pineapple orange banana or something like that.
ooh, good flavor.
22 something. When the lady said it, I was just like, hold on. I looked in my bag. I was like, $22 for those 4 things? Sure enough, man, inflation is crazy. But yeah, not riblets. I'm gonna stick with the potato skins. Go ahead, and
Yeah.
that's my 4. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have too much of a honorable mention, man. I was gonna say maybe the chili from Eaton Park. Again, not a sponsor.
Yeah, I like some of the chili from Texas Roadhouse. But you know what's one appetizer I don't like that people order all the time?
Huh.
Calamari. I'm not a big fan of the.
I don't fuck with seafood, homie. You know that. So
Oh,
no.
so you never even had it? Well, supposedly it's like octopus or whatever with fried
fuck
and shit.
that noise.
And
I'm all
I
set.
tried it a couple of times. It was just too gooey, and just the fact that
That's gotta
it's
be
an
a texture.
octopus.
No.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
no.
That's gotta fuck with their
People
texture
order
shit.
it all the time. They be like, "I'll have the fried calamari." I'll be like, "God
Those
damn."
motherfuckers want to be. They want to be fucking fancy and shit. They don't like that for nothing. They're just like, look how fancy I am. Why I put this down my throat? So it's like, okay, you're
Yeah, it's
weird.
not a desirable thing. I'm never not knocking down tables to get no calamari. I don't care how good it or more how expensive the restaurant is, but
No,
just not a big
doing it.
fan.
It's weird. Like it's the weird thing to be into. I don't know. Okay, so it was fun. It was interesting. I don't really know where the thing came from. There wasn't a lot of choices, but I feel
Well, I
like
knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't straight bare bones, but I knew we wasn't going to be just rambling off. I knew there was going to be some tilt involved.
Yeah,
Because
and
it's just not too many appetizers. They're kind of all the same almost everywhere you kind of go.
Yeah. And I think I've proven I'm a basic bitch, so that's good.
I like going places where I get the sampler appetizer.
Yeah,
Like a sampler. It's a combination of like a whole bunch of different stuff. Like Texas Roadhouse, that's where I had the fried pickles, or they got these little jalapeno bites, and there's potato skins.
No one said jalapeno poppers. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say it because that leads to a flight to TWA. So, but I've had. It's one of those ones where you have a sacrifice where you like, I know I'm gonna pay for it, but these things are fire. Dip them in the little jalapeno in the ranch, pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like to get those. I like to go to places and see what their sampler platter is, because you get a nice variety of a whole bunch of appetizers.
It's a cool idea, and you got to do it with a few different people. But then there's always that worry that's like you're gonna get the one guy that wants to eat all the good stuff. It's like, fucking dickhead, why don't you do that? It's like, oh, here's this deep fried broccoli. It's like, go fucking goat.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, kind of to reiterate here for folks, there is not going to be a show next Sunday, because Easter I won't be in town. But also Easter, it is our year anniversary though. So, look, God, that's crazy. Like I'm looking forward to kind of putting something together for that. I don't know what the fuck it's going to be, but it'll be something.
I just still can't get over Easter's in March. I'm like, what? It's always been in April. That is just crazy. End of March now.
March,
Yeah, I think it was on like the.
Day.
I think it's like the 31st. It's like the last day in March, I think.
Oh, so it's like a cunt hair away from April. Okay. That was like March 28th or some shit. I'm like, I could fucking fix that. But it's like 31st. It's like, fuck off.
I'm just saying, I don't even recall it being the early part of April. It's always been somewhere in the middle. Because I think last year it was like on the 9th.
Well, it's like what the first. I don't fucking know. I don't know how Easter works, man.
Because I remember last year, it was like that weekend, and then that very next weekend we said, hey, let's give this thing a go. Sitting on two guys on the couch. And all you can hear is my glass hitting the couch.
I know. I was looking for something to bang on. I'm like, I could hear it was,
and me clapping, and I'm clapping on every conversation.
Oh
man, we came a long way in the
being
year.
The blackest Italian ever. Shit was hilarious. Like, I don't know if I was doing a podcast or watching like a fucking goofy ass TikTok video, like of a fucking Karen at the counter somewhere. Like, let me fucking tell you what you need to do.
Two black chicks about to fight. Look, bitch, it ain't gonna happen.
Oh man, and we used to like. Oh God, we used to feel so accomplished. We would do
Look how far we came 1 year. Here he is, got a microphone in front of me, on camera.
Yeah,
still ugly as shit. But
I mean, fair, still shiny though. But it was funny. Like we would do it, and then go on the porch and just listen to it back. And just be so amped. Like,
I mean, like we would finish it and just go right outside immediately and start sucking our own dicks. Like,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Then, like, 2 weeks later, like, you know what? We got to charge these motherfuckers. It's like...
That's how good the shit is. Let's charge them. That's how
good... Look, that dick was so good, we had to fucking charge you now. Like, dumb as hell. And if nobody knows what we're talking about, go back in the library of like the first few shows. We came out like televangelists, like brothers and sisters. Let me tell you about the good word. And we were just like, we aren't doing this for free no more. You gotta. You want to hear us? You gotta pay for
you
us.
Bitches gonna pay. And then
more than Disney Plus.
And then fucking like dumb. The thing that cracked me up is then like a month later, after heavy critique and comments, we'll say to ourselves like, that was downright shitty. We need to change everything.
And we did. And we had 2 shows, and then we went down to 1 show because for some reason in my head I was like, we'll have the family-friendly one, thinking that some idiot's going to let their kid listen to this shit. Because we weren't cussing. We thought that was less provocative. But we're like, yeah, we're not going to... Yeah, go suck a pee-pee. What? What the fuck are you talking? Like, and then we had another show.
Somebody was going to sit their child down after school and be like, here's set you up. Here's your podcast. It has no cursing in it.
Right.
Meanwhile, the subjects we were covering were way beyond curse words.
Right. Have you ever permed pussy hair? Fuck, what? Like, it was just the dumbest. It was the dumbest shit. Then we had the second podcast. We thought that was good. It was going to be more edgy. And it was the exact same fucking thing. Just we had fucking in it. Well, not fucking, but like the word fucking in it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. So we've changed it a lot. And we're not going to do like the retrospective. That may actually just be that may actually be the episode. I don't fucking know. We'll talk about that. We'll actually talk this week and not be shitty friends. Because we don't, if anyone that's new here, we don't talk throughout the week. Like, Jermaine is a very, 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 very good friend. but we don't talk during the week. It just is what it is. And
Well, I
I'm perfectly
mean, we
fine
got
with that.
different schedules, and man, here lately my job has been on fire. So it's like,
Right.
man,
And you're black, so I don't want to talk to you
and
anyway.
that's a job in itself. Yeah.
It is a job in itself, yes. Yes. Because I like on a daily basis I meet my black quota with the wife, so I'm like, I'm all set. I can't deal with it anymore. But it is I do that with everybody though. I don't talk to anybody. Like it's not even just you. It's just like I just don't fucking talk.
Yeah. Don't feel slighted here, because I do the same thing. Like, it's not like I'm just not talking to you. I ain't talking to nobody. Like, after soon as that I click that button to power down my computer, I'm like, man, I don't want to hear a fucking word, yo.
I would absolutely die for Bob, but I have actually gone it's been like a year and a half at some points where I haven't talked to him. We randomly will talk one day. It's like fucking pick up where we left off at. Just
And I told you that
okay.
before. That's the sign of good friends, man. I mean, there's no animosity. There's no ill will. You can not see each other for 2 years, and after 2 years, pick right up where you left off. No grudges. No, man. My birthday came and you didn't say nothing. Like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. And some people will think that is a superficial friendship, and that's fine. I give two fucks what your thoughts on that are. I don't
But if something
think
serious went down, you know he's right there on the right hand. So
clack clack.
forget what people were saying. Those people that say that you got to have everyday conversation or everyday interaction, those are the ones that
No.
disappear when the
Those are the
serious
ones that
shit go
need
down.
that too. Like they need that validation. It's like,
Validation. Yeah.
ugh, gross.
Hmm.
All right. So yeah, I think we'll talk about what we want to do. Um, I don't know. I don't know how. I think what we'll probably do next Sunday, if you want, maybe we'll start early. Like maybe start an hour early, just on the off chance we have a lot to kind of get a lot to do. I don't know. We'll talk about that. We'll see. But um,
You
I
said
guess
next Sunday.
not next Sunday, but the Sunday after that.
Oh, I was
No,
gonna say what? That we
yeah.
just said the whole reason was we ain't going. I'm like,
Listen,
didn't you say you
checks
was
and
gonna be out of
balances.
town?
Yeah, it's fine. Um, but yeah, that way, 2 Sundays we can, plan whatever we got planned. Start a little earlier in case we do have like a longer episode. I don't know, but I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I guess the
Hmm.
other thing I wanted to do today, and um, like I didn't really know what I wanted to do with this. If I wanted it to be a draft or if I wanted it to be a topic. And I figured it's not really appropriate, I don't think, to do a draft on it because it's not that type of thing, but it's going to resemble somewhat of a draft. So I know that's kind of like all over the place speak, but I was going to say let's kind of talk about moments in history or moments in just kind of moments in history that if you could go back and witness, what would those be? Like you have a time machine now, right? So what are you doing?
Well, I mean, from a black person's perspective, I mean, some of those, emancipations and all that, I don't want to be there. It's like
Okay.
I'm proud of, the history behind it, like the emancipation of slaves or even some civil rights movement or something like that. But it wasn't a good time. So I don't know if I wanted to
No,
be there
so
during that time.
okay, so let me stop you real quick. So this isn't necessarily something that you're gonna go and have like fond memories for, right? So I don't really I guess the best way to word it is something that I don't think there's another way but to say like that you would like to be a witness to. But not
Yeah.
like where it's like a necessarily like enjoyable thing, but it's like this is a historical event that if you could be a fly on the wall, like you don't have to be there in midst of the fucking, X and
Okay.
Y and Z. Like you are
Okay.
like you got the Ghost of Christmas Past, and you're just there.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I'm gonna start out fun-hearted and light, and then probably gonna round about pretty heavy. Um, just being from Pittsburgh, I would have liked to witness those, dynasty years with the
You
Super
fucking Ian.
Bowls. I'm just saying, in my lifetime, I witnessed two. The one with when they played Seattle, and then of course Tomlin's most recent one. But I would have loved to seen like those were 1 year wonders almost. It wasn't like total dominance.
No.
I would like to have seen the Steelers be as dominant as because the only people that like dynasties are the cities that they're in. Like after the first or second year, people start hating them. Like right now, people hate the Chiefs. Of course, everybody hated the Patriots when they were doing it.
Yeah.
To see Pittsburgh to have that much dominance, I would have liked to have been witness to that.
Okay.
Definitely would have. And seen some of those legendary Hall of Fame players, I would have liked to have seen them play.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start heavy, and I feel like I don't know if I'm going to start, or if I'm going to steal your, because it's not a draft, but it's a big one. I feel bad even saying it. I would say probably the biggest moment in like history. Oh God.
I think I know where you're going.
Like I feel bad. I feel like I'm about to get smited.
I think I know where you're going.
Yeah, you do. So I would say the crucifixion.
Okay. Well, mine's wasn't. That was definitely going to be the one that I said I was going to end out really hard, and it was not necessarily the crucifixion. Just wanted to just be on the earth,
right,
and witness, either one of Jesus's miracles, or be able to witness, him walking or speaking, or the miracle with the two, what was it, 2 fish and the 2 loaves of bread and the fish, and he somehow turned that into, or Jesus of Nazareth, when he brought Lazarus out the tomb, or even sitting at the Last Supper. I mean, or if I was a disciple, like I would have loved to have been a part of that. Yeah.
I just think that
leading up to the crucifixion,
like being privy to the most important moment in the world's history, I feel, how could you kind of not? Like, it's not like you're going to be in like the cheering section or anything like that.
Yeah,
I mean, but just, I don't know. There's just something about that I wouldn't say it's appealing because that sounds fucking terrible, but you know what I mean? Just being privy to that is, yeah, it's heavy.
I mean, like, because you see all the dramatizations of movies and things of the crucifixion and all that, but just to kind of, because not to say anything in the Bible is hearsay or anything like that. I'm not going to get into that fucking argument, but who is to necessarily say exactly what happened unless you physically saw it, so yeah, I would say that would be an interesting moment to partake in. Well, not partake in. Jesus. No, not Jesus. Can't say no.
Hey, man, I don't even want to talk.
Right. I almost started cussing after that. I'm like, don't say that now either. Oh, no. What do I do? Like, does end the podcast?
He said, I'm just trapped every which way I turn. He's like a checkmate of trapped. Along the lines, I mean, by any stretch, I'm not comparing our Savior to any, political figure or anything like that. But like I said, it's always been it's not a good time. But like you said, put in perspective, just being a fly on the wall, or
I know what you're
just
gonna say, and I felt weird. I felt weird that I was gonna pick it. I'm like, it should probably go for you, but okay.
I mean, I would have liked to, been in the same breath or heard speeches from, both civil rights leaders, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. So to be in that same realm, or to be able to, at a time where, because since then there hasn't been really any black leaders that have emerged or even came close. I mean, maybe Barack Obama. But other than that,
I loved Obama.
Me too. Definitely carried himself at a very high level, very respectable level.
You talk about just like like the people's president. I feel like is the best way to put him. Like probably the most down to earth, political figure I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah. I mean, he was into, not saying that he was fully into and fully immersed into, the young culture, but he wasn't totally isolated from it. He would make references to, he's referencing Jay-Z and stuff like. I mean, like, what other president even referenced anybody that was, a current artist or anything like that? And he just had the utmost respect from almost every side I can think of, except for maybe the hardcore racists. But he wasn't hard to like, put it that way. It's like he just had so many things. I mean, the most offensive thing about him was probably his name, because it sounded like a Arabic name or something like that. But that's about all, And not saying that he done everything for the community, but he didn't do what we're seeing now. He didn't do anything like that. I didn't go to the grocery store and get 4 items for $22 when he was in office either. So,
didn't.
But yeah, just to be able to hear some of those speeches, or to be around at that time during those two very powerful, civil rights leaders, from a black pride standpoint. Yeah, I would have liked to have been around just to hear the real word.
I was in Duquesne when he won, and anyone that's lived in Duquesne, I'm not gonna lie, it's a predominantly black community, and that was fucking wild. But it was so cool because it wasn't folks being wild just to be wild. It was like an excitement. It was like you could feel like the air. You could feel like the people's shoulders just like the stress of the day is gone. You know what I mean? It was a really
cool. And when he got elected, it's not like with any presidency, they're not going to really directly affect your life. But I don't know, when Barack got elected,
did, man. Yeah,
it felt like a sign of, after all of these years, maybe y'all still don't consider us equals, but at the same time, this is a step in the right direction that shows
you're at the table now. You're at the table now. That's what it was. Like now you're at the table. They say that the powers that be may not actually still talk to you,
because he's not the first he's not the first black person to run for president. It was always a joke, a laughing joke. The Jesse Jacksons and all those people that came before that, it was all a joke. It was like, they're not going to get really a real vote. But when Barack came along, it was just like in every debate, he was shutting people down and making them look so stupid. It was just like, people start realizing, like, this really might happen. But, everybody still reserved judgment and was like, it's never going to happen. My thing was, my immediate thought after he got elected was, how long is he going to last before somebody kills him?
Yep. That's the first,
it was immediate. It was just like, I can't believe he got through 8 years. Did not even this, no attempts, as far as I can't recall an assassination attempt on him.
And that's because I think he made people look at him at his actual merits. They're like,
judge me by mine.
You didn't get the people that looked at him and was like, oh, it's the black guy. It's like, no, he's a guy. Let's hear what he has to say. Like the normal blockade that the racist people had, that it got to go away for 8 years. Really? Like
It's just the way he carried himself, the way his mannerism, and he's the type of guy that walks into a room and commands the respect of the entire room. It was like any foul or ill will people might have had to him, he proved over and over, I am that guy. I'm smart enough to handle the situation. And it's just like he earned the respect of the people that probably didn't respect him coming out the gates. And then after a while, it was just like, okay, this man knows what he's doing.
Which is probably the most impressive thing, because not only are you having to overcome the Republican people, you're having to overcome the
crabs in the barrel.
So it's
the racist people, and like you said, the Republicans, the racists that are out there on the porch, the KKK, and then, like I said, there's crabs in the barrel. There's the first person to tear down a black person is usually another black person. So he had to prove them. I mean, he was just, everything he did, he proved everybody wrong. I mean, whoever had doubted him.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go. I told you this is gonna end up looking like.
I know, it sounded. It's like, dang, I thought we wasn't doing the draft, but it seems like we are.
I told you, it's like it's not meant to be, but it's gonna feel like that because. And another. I mean, I guess technically this is bigger than. Yeah, it's probably bigger than the crucifixion here. The actual creation of Earth, like of the universe, or just creation of the universe. Like, what did that look like? Like, what was that? Like, what did that? Like, you woke up at 7 a.m. on a Friday.
Into that?
Like, you woke up 7 on a Friday, and you're like, I'm gonna create some shit. What are you gonna do? Some Legos? Nah, watch this shit. Like, but that it would just be amazing to see, just to see what that actually looked like, because you get the whole people with the whole it's the Big Bang. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, is it any more or any less credible than a magic person in the sky creating the world? No. Because that's how those people.
And that's what cracks me up with the people that are like firm believers of science. It's like, well, the particles came together and they formed, and then my question is where did the particles come from? Like, I mean, like, you can explain this big theory of how stuff came together, but something got created.
Created it, right?
Yeah.
So neither theory is any less outstanding than, or not outstanding, but outrageous than the other. But that is a great point. Like, things don't just happen out of nowhere. Well,
like particles just don't come together and just mesh together, and then boom, there's a planet with oxygen, and like, come on, really?
Right, something had to make it. Like, I don't know. It's the strangest argument. Like, you don't really ever hear it anymore because I think people have just kind of like settled down and realized, oh yeah, okay, never mind. Like, fucking A, yeah, it makes sense. Like, something had to make something. Like, the magic space science probably didn't cause this because, fucking magic space science, because it just didn't show the fuck up. That's not how things work. But like, you don't just get a random ass Amazon package. You have to order that shit. And some fucking sweatshop kid has to make it and all that fun stuff. So, sorry, sweatshop kids. But yeah, I think that would be a pretty amazing story to tell at the bar. Like, what'd you fucking do last week? Well, why
are you asking?
Yeah, well, while you were twiddling your bean, I was fucking looking at the universe being made. Like you. Like, it's just a pretty crazy thing to fucking be a part of. Because, I don't think anybody was like taking notes at that point. So, Oh, I got another good one. All right, go ahead. Because this definitely isn't a draft. /draft. Wait, wait. Was our appetizer draft our appetizer to the draft? Oh shit!
That's what I thought. That's the joke that I thought you was trying to relay. The pun that you were putting down earlier in the show. That's what he was like. I didn't mean to do it like this, but he was like, we're going to start with something light, but not too heavy. It's not the meat and potatoes. That's why I thought you were trying to make a joke like this. The
Oh
appetizer
no.
draft is the appetizer.
No, I thought it was because I wanted to get into Jeff's situation while we had some folks still here because the NCAA thing.
See, that was the joke I thought you were going, like the joke that you said that you didn't mean to do, and then all of a sudden it came up. That's why I was like, man, you set that up pretty well.
No, but it still worked because it was like, well, shit, I'm about to talk about the appetizer draft, but I'm not talking about the appetizer draft, but I'm referencing the appetizer draft. Oh shit, it's Inception. All right.
He said Inception. Man. I thought I had a lot, but now, I mean, bringing on, some of that stuff.
Well, you nailed the fucking big boys, like, yeah.
He's saying the creation of the earth. I'm like, man, anything I say now is going to be, yeah. Now anything I say is going to be like totally insignificant to that. Like, you care about that?
When did they make mini golf? Right.
I'm trying to think. It's things that
Well, while you're thinking, I'm going to say another one.
Go ahead.
Yes, Mama? What's wrong? Go make me a sandwich, woman. That's how I talk to the wife. Dinosaurs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to be in close proximity, but yeah, those are some fascinating creatures. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dinosaur age. Yeah.
Just fucking see that shit. Like, what did you do? I fucking hung out with a T-Rex. I'm sorry, what now?
Like, imagine looking out the window and you just, well, there ain't no windows, but you look out of your hut or something and you just see boom, boom, just walking past. Like, dang. Yeah, that would be crazy.
Right. Because, I mean, obviously this is a crazy, fantastical, thing, but, like, you can't, like, replicate that. You can do all the science you want, all the research you want, all that. It doesn't matter. Unless you were there, you can't say anything. Like, there's no way to prove anything, like, other than your educated guesses. Like, there weren't iPhones. There wasn't like, oh yeah, I fucking uploaded this on Facebook Live and shit. Fucking dinosaur and stuff. Like, no, it's not how that works.
All they do is take those bones that are buried and they try to piece together the story, off those bones. Archaeology.
Which I feel like is a super interesting thing, except it's not interesting at all because you were literally just digging bones and that's all you do. Like, I think as kids, because you get like the whole cartoons and shit, you think you're just gonna like dig for 12 minutes and uncover a fucking triceratops and shit. But that's not how that works. But I think it's like an interesting job in thought, but in execution, you are like a ditch digger and like a
basically
you're bone duster.
You're a garbage. You're a scavenger.
Right. You're a fucking coyote. That's what you are. Your job is that. Your job is coyote.
Now, from the perspective of just even myself, not to sound too nasty, 2 moments. I would like to see how my parents courted each other or how they got together or I know you didn't think I thought like I was going to say I wanted to see how they made me. No, hell no.
Listen, the way you fucking set that up.
No, because I know your mind was going to go there. So I'm like, no, I just wanted to see like,
I wasn't.
Like, how did my dad...
No, I wasn't going to until you made that shit
I
happen.
thought you was gonna be like, "Dang, what you want to see yourself get made?" No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, cause you never know how your parents were when they were young. Of course, you in there. You weren't exist. You didn't exist.
I was a drug deal, so.
What?
No,
He said I was
I'm serious. I was a drug deal, dude. You didn't know that?
I thought you said that. I know. You said that your mom was on drugs, but I ain't know nothing about no
Yes.
deal going on or anything like that. You didn't give me those details. Sorry for laughing. I didn't know that. I thought you were making a joke. I thought you were making a joke. I didn't know it was like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was an exchange for a heroin orgasm. A herogasm, if I may.
You are crazy.
I'm serious, dude.
Did you know your dad at all? I mean,
no, he was a cameraman and an actor, and he was in town doing gung ho, and he found his hoe, and you know, that's what happens.
Crazy. You are crazy.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted, like, what did my dad say to my mom, and what finally, because I mean, people courted each other or tried to hit on each other way back.
Different.
It was way different. Yeah, there's no, check out my Instagram page or something like that, or hit me up. It was like,
let me send you a dick pic.
Yeah. I mean, just would be interesting. And then just even a moment of maybe my childhood that I can't really remember. That would be a good, to
like when your uncle
be able to see myself, from a fly on the wall perspective, like, look at my little ass me.
With that big
still
ass head.
Free. Yeah. Naive, still free to the world, don't know nothing about no bad that's about to happen. I wish I can grab him and whisper in his ear, tell him something.
Interesting.
I mean, like you said, it was like Bitcoins.
Yes.
We did the DeLorean going in the past thing. We told each other right there. See, I would go back to my college years. Yeah. Like, hey, this is going to be big.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't really have any other good ones. I mean, because you're right.
They're just not going to be, they're not going to be like real.
Yeah, we blew the load with the first few, but
yeah, we went too big scale. So small stuff like, when NWA was doing it or something like, even an artist or something like that, you know what I mean? That's going to be it seems like it's just minute compared to the big topics we unleashed.
What are you doing? The what? Okay. Hey, come here real quick. Come here. Okay. Come here. No, come here. Okay. So, if you could go back in history, be a fly on the wall. Okay. What moment would you go to? Right, nothing would happen. Now you have to come closer so motherfuckers can hear you. I'm not your mouthpiece. Get your ass over here.
Okay. I would go to right before Mount Vesuvius, find out why they didn't leave.
Can you hear her?
No, not really.
Yeah, come over here, dumbass. Hey, no one gives a shit if you're looking like an Indian. Get over here.
Just say it.
Just bring your fucking face. We'll go over here so no one has to see you. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. So I'm asking a question again. So if you can go back in time, no detrimental things happen to you, fly on the wall, yada yada yada. Where are you going?
I'm going to Mount Vesuvius to see why they didn't leave before the eruption.
Mount Vesuvius, what?
Like Mount Vesuvius right before the eruption.
Yeah, Pompeii. Yeah, Pompeii.
and watch it.
Like, are you gonna say more why, or are you just gonna be like,
I just want to know why they stayed there. I want to know why they didn't leave.
why do you care?
And because it's just one of those curiosities of history. There's no one knows why they didn't leave. The volcano started erupting for days. It wasn't like one day it just exploded. Like it was a process. It was like a week or so.
So they're just kind of like the whole people up in Louisiana for like the whole levee break, and they're like, nah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Maybe they say that they maybe didn't understand what was happening because of the time period, but
You see a giant rock about to
Right.
come a shot lava here, and you're like, it'll be fine.
yeah, and you gotta think like in that time they were super enlightened. They were really smart.
Are you
Ancient
sure they were
Greeks,
smart? Because it feels like it's
Yeah.
not sure. This isn't a smart moment for them.
no, they were smart. They were a lot smarter than you think for that time period. I want to know why they didn't leave.
Interesting. What's your thought? So what's your thought? They just didn't.
I think that it 100% ties to somehow they thought it was the gods, and that if they did certain things, it wouldn't happen.
Oh, so they were dumb.
I think that's what it was because everything back then was the gods. Like if you
Yeah.
were mad or happy.
Yep.
and-
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Get the fuck off my podcast. She was putting crystals outside because something was happening with something. I don't fucking know. I married a weird person.
I thought she was gonna say something about Disney or something like that. I mean, that would have been cool to go back.
No, it wouldn't have been.
See him.
That was much
You
better.
would have got mad.
I would have been like, I can't even cut this because it's live. God damn it.
I mean, she did bring up something that, well, not bring up something, but something did trigger in my mind, like
Yeah.
the Western days, man. Can you imagine like those days when you could just, there ain't no police or nothing?
Yeah. No, fair enough.
If you just had a quarrel with somebody, it's like, hey, you shoot me before I shoot you. It's pretty dangerous, but at the same time, you could live if you want to be a gangster.
Yeah.
That was your time.
Mm.
No consequences at all. Crazy.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up here. So, kind of recap everything. So, everyone saw the situation with Jeff. I'll update the information on the website for all that. Put his info in the comment part of it there. Do what you can. Share it with people if you choose to do so. There is no pressure here. I am by no means like some angelic feature person here to uplift this guy and get him off. No, I understand that, it's a two-sided street there, and he is doing what he can as much as he can. But he is
Wish you the best, Jeff.
he is literally going in circles, and that sucks. And as an outsider here, I want to do what I can to. I felt it's weird. Like I hate saying raising awareness because it feels like it's for some kind of like, he'll do the MS walk. It's like, no, we're not doing that. Like
Like breast cancer awareness or something. Yeah.
Right. Which obviously are also good things to help with and all that. I understand this, but this is just looking at the human element of it and just helping out a fellow man.
I wish him the best. I mean, because I could be right there in the same situation. I'm still, battling my way to.
And I surely didn't let that. I was not letting that happen to you. So I don't know. Yeah. This is one of those.
I would be still on that I would be still on that hamster wheel, just going back and just going spinning my wheels over and over and over.
Your ass would be living here, and you know that. Don't fuck with me.
I was just saying, if there was no helping hand, and I definitely understand the family. And I got a large family. I mean, I got 3 brothers and a sister, and nobody was willing to open a hand.
I heard somebody say this before, and I thought it was such a beautiful thing. The family that matters is the family that you choose, not the one that's given to you. And I think that rings true on a boatload of different places.
Then you got people that be like, you can't choose your family. Your family, that's family. No, man.
Motherfucker, no. You get to choose who's in your inner circle that is close on that family level. You get to do that. And also, you're a person. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. So,
yeah, that blood thicker than water. That cliche doesn't
No.
always apply because sometimes your family will do you 10 times worse than a stranger on the street.
Right, because they can beat you over the head. You're just going to take it like, oh, okay. Yeah. But, so his stuff will be up there. Do what you can. If you can't do anything for him, if you don't, that's fine. Don't feel like you're obligated. At least do this. Share his links. Share his Twitter info. Talk to him. Get people to communicate. Just be. I hate to say this way because I feel like I'm like pressuring people. And I don't want that to be the thing. Try to put yourself in that type of situation and think about what could help you. Like what would you like to, just take a step back from your own personal life and your personal yada yada yadas. Guys working 7 days a week, literally can't make any headway. But what's he supposed to fucking do? So, yeah. No episode next week. So happy Easter, bitches. Year anniversary. Yeah. Crazy. And I guess we'll figure out what we're gonna do. How much of it's gonna be like a retrospective, year in review or whatever. I don't know. We'll think of something fun, but yeah. But this was fun.
Another one down in the books.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's like episode 137, I think, now at this point.
Well,
for everything involved.
I'm about to say all your interviews and all that.
Oh, well, yeah. That's fair. I forgot about that. I will be redoing.
Great job with the website. I know you're going to keep tackling that thing. Attacking.
Yeah, and I'll put that. And it's really just xandoflife.com or xandoflifepod.com. So that's the domain. I'll put the link up there, but it's still a work in progress. It's just a matter of finding the time and desire to kind of put in all the time and effort that needs to be done there, which is fine, but hey, whatever. But obviously I'll take any suggestions people want because Tiff gave me some ideas on what we can do on there, and just share that with friends too. Just any getting the word out for anything, not just for Jeff, but for us too. Helpful. So I guess we'll see you in 2 weeks, and I haven't done this in a while. Oh, I bought 2. Okay, hold on. One moment. All right.
Oh.
Brought to you by 400 sticks of incense.
Oh, I thought that was fireworks. I'm like, dang, you getting started already.
No, we're going to fucking like some random ass beach now. I don't know which one. She said there's like 3 beaches we can go to, and I don't really know which one to go to. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I do fireworks. She's like, they're not really allowed. I'm like, so we're going somewhere for the 4th of July and we can't do fireworks? Are you fucking dumb? So, yeah.
Has last year's experience deterred you? I mean, didn't you say something like?
Oh, that was 2 years ago when the old kind of cross the road.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't that. Okay.
It deterred me last year from doing it because I'm like, fucking bitch, I don't want to it's no fun. So yeah, I'm definitely like PTSD over here with it. Because yeah, I do love fireworks. But okay, I guess I'm gonna go get the boy from work now.
Oh, where are you working at?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. All right, time to make the donuts.
Yeah, whatever. Dude, all he wants to do is drink coffee all day. So I'm like, whatever, man. Fuck it. Fine.
Dunkin' Donuts doesn't change. They got sandwiches and all types of stuff. It ain't just donuts.
Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, you got to evolve, man. If anyone knows that, it's us. Shit.
Well, when you emerge, you got Starbucks and all these other coffee shops popping up. They got competition. You got to do something different. You got to switch it up.
Right.
People just want coffee. They gonna go get them fancy coffees at Starbucks. I know Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. Before they had the market corner, but no.
Mm-mm. All right.
All right.
Well, I'll see you in 2 weeks. We will actually talk over this week and not be shitty people. That's fine.
All right.
All right. Toodaloo.
2.
Yep. 2? I don't know what that was.
I said
Goodbye.
2. That was short for Toodaloo. 2.
That's adorable. Goodbye.